little sore, but no, we're doing good, obviously. So, yeah, that was fun.
Are you farther along than you thought you might be at this point this year?
Oh, definitely. I mean, preseason we tried to build up as quick as we can and get to as many pitches as we could. Obviously still staying on the safe side of things, but no, if you would have asked me at the beginning of the year, 3-4 weeks in, I would have been, consistently 80, 90, 100 pitches into a game and going 6, 7, 8 innings. I would have told you you're crazy. So to be able to do that and still be able to feel good every week and be able to have my best stuff every week's been a huge I don't want to say shock, but definitely ahead of where I thought I was going to be for sure.
You ever throw 100 pitches in a game in March?
I don't think so. Not early March at least. I know like in high school I threw pretty much every outing, threw 100 pitches. But that wasn't really until mid to late March. So to be able to do it this early and feel good doing it and not getting tight or sore during the outing, it's really good and it kind of makes me wonder what's to come.
Coach was telling a story about how going into last year, he sort of had you pegged as a starter, and so then you get shifted to the bullpen. So then you come into this year and he thinks, okay, well, I'm going to keep you coming out of the bullpen, and you become a starter. Can you just talk about what that roller coaster's been like for you?
It's been a fun one, that's for sure. It keeps you on your toes. You have going back to last year and you think you have a rule one, and then all of a sudden, you having to pull yourself out in outing because something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And then from there you get thrown in the bullpen. You're trying to kind of get your feet wet and trying to figure out kind of where you fit in at the bullpen and making that transition. Going from a guy last year built up all the way as a starter and then literally the week before the season had the injury and got put to the bullpen. So there was a little bit of transition period there and it struggled, but we was able to figure it out as the season went and it was really good. And then coming into this year, I started, was on the same path as last year, and Coach Mays and I had a conversation before my last outing. And was like, hey, you've been really good as a starter, but I think you have more importance in the bullpen. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to win baseball games and then help the team win. If it's a start, I'm going 7, or if I'm coming out of the bullpen going 2 or 3 or going twice a weekend, it doesn't matter for me. So when the transition for this year, was built up the starter and was going to the pen, and then obviously we had some guys get injured and some things happen and move some things around. Coach was like, hey, I'm going to give you the ball. We'll see how it goes. We'll give you the first couple weeks and kind of just see how things go and see how well you do, and then we'll go from there once everyone's healthy and all that. But I've come out and I don't want to say I expected to do this, but there's as a competitor, there's an expectation that you have for yourself, and my expectation is to come out and get as many outs as possible. And in my mindset, I'm pitching every pitch of the game. I'm not coming out unless I absolutely have to.
You said you were kind of dealing with a shoulder issue last year. Did you ever get to a point last year where you felt like how you should have been, or?
Oh yeah, I mean, after the first couple weeks there, kind of pitched through it a little bit, but after probably about that 4th or 5th week, working with the staff we have, kind of, still pitching, but somewhat taking it easy, not wearing it out too much, was able to, start feeling good, and by the middle portion to the end of the year, I felt 100%, and I think my numbers as the season went, especially once we got into conference play, kind of showed that. I'm just glad that really since then I haven't had anything big other than maybe some little bumps in the road where I had to take an extra day off or something like that. So the support staff and they've been a huge help for me, and they've kept me on the field every single day.
So when Randy comes out to visit the mound in the 8th inning, it looks like he had some words there. I mean, what was that? Just kind of take us through that moment.
Honestly, I gave up to 2. I was kind of cruising there and got the first guy out quick, and then obviously there was the ball hit the center that Sky tried to make a great play on. Just comes up short, happens, it's whatever. From there, it's just settle back down. Let's go get the next guy, and made a mistake on with a pitch, backed up a slider, and he hit it about 420 feet that way. But nothing there, so it's just keep going. He came out and was like, hey, you're not even close to your pitch count. We're going to get this guy right here. Don't worry about I'm not taking you out of the ball game. You're going to finish it right here. And I was like, hell yeah, like let's go. This is like I was, even after the inning, once I got out, like Coach Cuomo came up and was like, hey, you're done. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like I'm going back out. Like you're not taking me out of this ball game right now. But no, I was a little frustrated when I first came out because like obviously I had a really good outing and I want to say the wheels fell off, but definitely struggled during that last inning. And the competitive side of me was frustrated and wanted to go back out and finish the game. But at the same time, like we were in a good spot. We're up 9-4. We have our entire bullpen still open because first game of the day or first game of the weekend. So it's like, yeah, as much as I want to stay in that game and as much as the competitive side of me is like, yeah, like, you're not taking me out. It was the right decision, especially with the depth that we have in our bullpen. And I said it's still game one, so we still have a whole bunch of guys to throw.
Go the next one.
As far as your confidence goes, last year obviously getting bumped from the weekend rotation to the bullpen, it probably takes a toll on your confidence. But on the flip side of that, this year, when you go from bullpen to then Friday night guy, what does that do when you kind of can feel that trust from Coach Mazey?
It's a huge confident boost. It kind of, I know, at least for me, like I kind of wear it as a little chip on the shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, start of the year we're supposed to be in the bullpen. Now I'm starting on Friday nights. It's kind of an upgrade. You know what I mean? In a sense. So it's like, instead of being the competitor I am, I kind of use that as a chip on my shoulder, and I'm like, I'm not losing this spot. Like, I actually told Coach Mazey that day that he told me I was starting on Friday. I said, you just did the worst thing you could if you wanted me in the bullpen because now you're not getting the ball back on Friday nights. That's just who I am as a person. It's who I am as a competitor. Like, when you give me a job, I'm going to execute my job to the best of my ability. And it's with the team that we have. I know we have some injuries and stuff going on, but like today we ran 4 or 5 guys out of the dugout to pinch hit or pinch run, and even with the injuries we have, like we're still a super good baseball team, and these guys make it really easy. I mean, like I didn't have a crazy strikeout day or anything like that. Balls were put in play, and we made every single play when it was supposed to be made, and that's all you can ever ask for. So you have a team like we do, and you're cruising the way I am right now. It's really easy to be confident, and it's really easy to trust in your ability, and said, if I do my job, these guys are out here on the field are going to do their job, and that's all you can. That's the only thing you really have to think about. Outside of that, it's just executing that pitch.
I'm thinking back to your freshman year when midweek starter, and especially those games against Pitt. Velocity's never been an issue with you, even back then. So, how are you a better pitcher now? Where else have you taken your game other than just going in and throwing 95?
Learning how to throw 95, like not just being able to do it, but be able to put it where you want to. Be able to set up 95. You have just recently, just this past week, I threw a new pitch for the first time ever. Brought out the cutter, and this week and last week it's been a huge help for me. It's made it a lot easier, especially because my changeup the last week or so hasn't been as good as I would like it to be. But having that extra pitch, that's one way to I developed. But just being able to learn how to sequence and learn how to tunnel my stuff and be able to command it. It doesn't matter if it's 0-0, 2-0, 0-2. Like being able to have the command and the trust to just say, okay, I'm 2-0. I'm going to throw you a fastball and you're not going to hit it because I'm going to put it where I want it to be. And that's kind of been the biggest change for me, because even when I was starting as a freshman, I mean, it wasn't uncharacteristic to see me go out and might go 5 innings, but I would go 5 innings with 5 walks.
Right.
So the command issue, or the command's kind of always been an issue for me. So that's kind of been, even last year I had times where I would get a little wild and spray the ball. So that's kind of been the biggest step forward this year. It's just learning different viewpoints and different feelings and cues, to be able to command the ball the way I need to be a starter. And then obviously, when you make a bad pitch, okay, that doesn't feel right. What do I need to do to get the feeling I want and be able to make a good pitch? And it's been a lot of trial and error. It's been a lot of messing up and trying to fix it, messing up and trying to fix it, and that's part of it. Sometimes you gotta make mistakes to learn, and for me sometimes it's been making more mistakes than actually learning. So there's a whole bunch of different things. So you got, when it comes to getting better, it's everything. It's right down to diet, to how you mature, how's everything going in the weight room, how well you're eating, all those different things. They all play a big part of it. I mean, this year, especially is best physically I've ever best shape I've ever been in. Lowest body fat I've been since I was like 14 years old. Stronger than ever. It's just all those different things. There's so many different things that we have at our disposal that can make us better day to day, and it's our job to capitalize on it and do the work and put the time in to get better.
Kind of on that note, we were talking with Randy about the new building that's going to be built out here. I know you probably won't really benefit from that here, that technology, but the fact that that's getting built, the technology that's going to be coming in here, what does that mean to this program?
It means the world. I mean, like, last year we're coming off a Big 12 championship, regular season championship. Was ranked 6th in the country at one point, like best record school's ever had. It seems like we're one or two things away from being one of those programs that are on the national level. When you think of the national level, you're thinking the Wake Forests, the LSUs, some of the SEC schools, stuff like that. And I think we're right on the cusp of being in that conversation. And I think we're 1 or 2 good years away. So maybe it might be that facility. Who knows? I think my parents would think I was talking about this. But no, it's just, I don't want to say anything's missing, because obviously our coaching staff and all of the support staff have done a great job to get us to where we are, coming off the year we did last year. But it seems like those are all those national programs, all those big time schools. It seems like they have those pitching labs or whatever it might be, that extra technology that just seems to boost the program just a little bit. And I think the indoor facility and everything else that's coming with it is just going to take this program and this team to a whole nother level, and kind of I think it's going to be a huge eye opener to a lot of people. Honestly, I really do.
Today's Big 12 opener for you guys, so it's obviously just not a throwaway game.
Absolutely.
You look in that lineup. No JJ, no Logan, no Grant.
Nope.
Does that change your mindset as the starting pitcher at all? Or
I mean, I want to say yes. I don't want to say no.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, realistically, I'm just going to try to do the same thing I always do. And that's just let's compete as much as I can, and execute the pitches I'm supposed to execute. And I mean, obviously, as you know, like, JJ's a huge part of this team. Logan's a huge part. Everyone that's not playing right now is a huge part of this team. And not to have those guys in the lineup, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, especially with JJ not being in the lineup. But, again, I'll go back to it. Like, we started 9 guys. Some of them haven't started ever in their career. Right. Some of them are freshmen. We brought a couple other freshmen, a couple other guys off the bench who haven't had a lot of playing time. And we put up 9 runs in the Big 12 opener. So that right there just tells you how good this team really is, and how much depth we have on this team. And obviously we're only going to get better once those guys come back, but I think we're going to be just fine without them.
For a while, I thought it was going to be 1-0 the whole way.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. I was like in the dugout. I was like, "Come on, guys, let's scratch one more across. Like, give me a little breathing room here." Obviously, as they showed, like, they have long ball power.
Sure.
They have not just long ball power, but they have the ability with the bats to put up a crooked number in a hurry, which obviously they did. And obviously, when you're facing a team that can do that, you have to be on your A game every step of the way. From on the mound to defensively to in the box, and we killed it as a team. So it was awesome.